We can get to it, brother.
Shit, you know me. I'm all for it, man. I'm all hip hop like a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
It's just the beauty of it, period, bro. Like, the house, I can honestly say, like, we've been blessed to experience and run across so many niggas who have a musical experience and a musical background and have an ear for music and a passion for it to actually learn to appreciate it and the different things that go into it to just even make one record. Let alone a whole fucking body of work, a full album. You learn to appreciate that shit because that shit is really time consuming and dreadful. Even for you to make music, people don't understand the process you go through of actually making it, recording it, writing it, getting it mixed and mastered, hearing it, and living with it, to making sure that you can go through with the lyrics that these people about to hear, that you love them and you like them. It's a whole process, bro. And people don't understand that. A lot of people think it's just we meet up together, we just get high, we say a couple words, put it on the beat, and we just go home, and everybody love it.
It's not like that.
It's not that simple.
It's the concepts. Like, I just wrote. It's funny you say that because like I'm on my Twitter. I just rebooted my Twitter and look what I wrote. Like the thing I wrote on that motherfucker. I'm like, I say dropping new music is the greatest feeling in the world to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, like the whole process that you just explained. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the concept, the approach. You know, like what producer would be, what kind of feeling I'm in, what kind of mood I'm gonna get into. You know what I'm saying? You know, what audience, you know what I'm saying? Just the thought of my audience, like, all right, I'm going to talk to them with this one. Or I'm just going to make it universal because, you know, emotions are universal. So I might just make it universal and just, you know, on a psychological level and tap into certain emotions that everybody can, you know what I'm saying, feel through the music.
Everybody can relate to.
You know, somebody going to relate to something I say, no matter who you is. That you're the working class man, you know what I'm saying, you're the minimum wage, you're in poverty, you know what I'm saying, you're above poverty. When I say something, this universal truth is going to connect with you and you're going to embrace it and it's going to boom, all right, okay, I'm feeling this here. You feel what I'm saying? Cause
I like that. Because it explains it to people. It gives them the understanding that you're making the music, but they can consume it and they can receive it, and it's because the energy, and not only the energy, is compatible to their life. It's something that makes sense to them.
It's something that makes sense.
It makes sense to them and they can understand it, so they can actually break it down and decipher between what they need and what actually is what they're able to utilize with, or what they're able to take with them and run with, or proceed on with. It makes sense, bro.
Exactly.
If you make music that's actually able for people to understand, and they can say that I've been in this point in my life, I had this, I experienced this, I've been through that, I've came around this corner, I've dealt with that, I've seen that before, that I've seen that with a friend. That's everything that somebody say, yeah, I need him as an artist. You're telling my life story for me. You're basically telling my life story that I never had the voice to preach out to the masses.
I ain't gotta say it because you're telling my story.
Fact.
And another thing how I view it too is like, you know what I'm saying, I look at that big picture like that too, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, when I approach the music, I understand the music is part emotional, part intelligent, and psychological. And see, that's just like when you look at, you know what I'm saying, you know, people who play the piano, you know, classical music. You know, that kind of music is intelligent because it still has words. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
All that music, like in, you know, a rapper is just an extension. It's an instrument. It's an extension of, you know, the piano key. Or if I tap on one of these and then, you know, a sound come out of this. And you know what I'm saying? It's like a rapper just an extension of that vocal, that harmonic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, even it's just an instrument. You know what I'm saying? So when I know that you know that intelligence, and I'm putting it together, and I'm making another instrument. I'm putting it together and making it sound more beautiful. I'm breaking it out. I'm broadening the sound. You know what I'm saying?
That's for the masses. See, this is a matter of fact. Let's do the introduction because we here talking, we giving out gems and all, you know what I'm saying? I go by the name of DJ TrapHouse. Hybrid is a team, Epidemic is the army, and we the best bend them all. I'm blessed today to have my brother L.Mont in the studio with me here at Record Room Studios. You already know what it is. This will be an interview today. Not only just an interview, it's a conversation. It's a drop gem day. It's a give out to the world, give back. Each one, teach one. Today's conversation, we're going to get to know him better. We're going to know his story. We're going to figure out how he came here in the journey, what's his musical experience, and the things that he wants to accomplish throughout this journey. So I hope y'all enjoy, kick back, relax. Let's smoke, my nigga. Let's smoke.
Okay.
Now is the time for you to stand up. My people, you have waited for long enough. Oh, where is all you bring? Tell me, how can you ever
from the plate. Breathe in this air, suffocate from the hate.
You know what it is. I can't lie. I mean, if I was in on papers, I'd be lighting up right now, but y'all know what it is. It's cool. We good. I'm a clear-headed person, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm L.Mont, you know what I'm saying? I've been moving. Like, far as music-wise, you know, my mother, rest in peace, you know, she passed away. But my mother, she used to sing to us. She used to write music, you know what I'm saying? So she was musically inclined. That's like my only extension of music in my family, the mother. You know what I'm saying? But she's here, and I still, you know, reside through that, you know, that what she pumped inside of us. You know what I'm saying? That old soul music, just singing to me and just, you know what I'm saying, just encouraging me to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like she brought a book for me. I was in prison, and I was in a hole, you know, and she, and rest in peace, like, you know, I really miss her, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, and this like around the time she passed, too, you know what I'm saying? I know I be trying to blank it out, but, you know, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's right here, so, yeah, I can't take it away, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to numb the pain, but I can't, but it's like, I look at it and I'm like, she was like, man, look, I brought you some books. And she was like, you know, one of the books is about murder, killing, this and the third. She, you know, she really G5'd me. You know, she over my head. But the book she actually brought me, when I got it, it was a business book. It was called The Hip Hop Moguls, Success Strategies of the Moguls. And it was like the first of its kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when you go to Harvard, you got case studies. You know what I'm saying? On each individual, certain individual, the hip hoppers never had that. You know what I'm saying? And that book right there, I mean, it's single-handedly one of the most powerful books because I sat there and I studied that book back to back. And my mama gave me the best gem. She died while I was in prison, but she gave me the best gem, was the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? She supported my dream for, that's what got my mind state and my, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like my concentration and my focus, the way I approach the music. You know what I'm saying? It's something she gave me. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful part about it. She couldn't explain it, but she found something that can actually put it into words to where she can give it to me how she want to give it to me. So I won't be, you know what I'm saying, succumb to, you know like the parallels or, you know what I'm saying, of the game. You know what I'm saying?
She gave you gems. She gave you a way.
She gave me gems. So it's gem day. So therefore, I'm letting you know, like, I got the gems.
That's the first gem from my mama.
It's the first gem from my mama.
From my mama.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't get in the game and the industry guys gave me gems. No, moms gave me the gems. You feel what I'm saying? And that's crazy because, you know, my mama, she dropped out of school in 11th grade. You know what I'm saying? Because she had us. So, you know, like, and like, you know, you understand, like, certain people have an intelligence level that you actually can't see because academically, yeah, they probably didn't get the paper, but, you know, they might be far more advanced than the paper. The paper is just something just to show. You feel what I'm saying? But she was far more advanced. She was ahead of her time, and she understood, like, you know, what it was. I'm going to give my son Izzy. I'm going to give him Jews. I'm going to give him life. I'm going to give him life. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing. And with that, and with you taking that, you took from that, and you understood that you wanted to move on another path to actually pursue music and make music a priority and an obligation. So you stepped out and you put your best foot forward and you say, you know what? She gave me these gems. I'm not going to let this go to waste. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to go out here. What pushed you from there to say, you know what? Let me take my music serious. Other people take L.Mont serious. Let me go ahead and show them, you know what I'm saying, I can do this. Let me go ahead and let me put my hands into this and not actually just dibble-dabble in and out. Let me go all in. Let me see what I can get out of it.
See, what it was is that actually was a turning point because that, me being in prison, and mind you, I was locked up on a murder charge, so I'm in prison for a long time in my youth. So it's like, you know, and, you know, when you're in your youth, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to feel really, you know what I'm saying, by the age of 7, you should know where you're going at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that, but by the age of 7, you basically formulate an idea of what you want to be in life or how you want to approach life. Right. You know what I'm saying? But definitely. I'm 17, so the number 7, you know, is completion, but 7 is still strapped to that 1. You feel what I'm saying? So, right. And that, you know what I'm saying? In that mindset, I'm 7. You see what I'm saying? So I'm figuring out where I want to go at, but my mama come with that. She passed away, and then my brother was murdered at the time, and it's like, well, damn, I'm sitting back, and I'm like, man, my brother told me, like, man, you know, my brother was a real treacherous dude, you know what I'm saying? And for him to come tell me, man, look, man, you know, I love your music, make music, because he the one I first used to just give it to. I used to let him know, like, man, like, I spit to him. You feel what I'm saying? And he'll be like, man, that's you, and this you. This you know what I'm saying? So, and he told me, like, man, like, you know, like, man, them all hits, man, what you making, man, don't let nobody know nothing about that. He said, but at the same time, he was like, he told me something in a visit, you know what I'm saying? It was like the last time I saw him, you feel what I'm saying? And he was like, man, look, no, he wrote the letter, that's what it was, that letter. He was like, man, like, when you write music, don't write about just the bad shit like everybody else. Writing good, you know, about good and bad things that'll change people's lives. And coming from him, like that's something coming from him, because he was a he was treacherous. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to glorify that, but he just was you know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like when I heard Big Brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, damn, my big brother do have a heart too. You know what I'm saying? And, I didn't think he had that. But for him to have that, it's like, well, damn, I saw his growth, and what he told me, that inspired me to keep going. That coupled with my mother, approaching it the way she did, and it's like, well, damn, they did, but they all believed in this, so it's like, this is what I should do.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
And even with that, one thing, like, I appreciate the fact that you actually let people know that your brother gave it to you. He gave you that motivation to say go for it, because that was one of the things that my brother did for me. Mm-hmm. And he's just like you say, he's very active. He's not musically inclined. He's very street active.
Right.
He's very out here still. It's commonly known thing. So for a person like that to tell you, I see this in you. You can do it. It really can be done. That is a motivational piece, because you never look at that person to tell you that. So for him to be the one to turn around and tell you, I got it, bro. You got it. I fuck with it. You can do it. That's a big thing. And right now, a lot of people in music, even artists, a lot of artists don't have that, because you have other people around you who don't support your music. How does that make you feel when you see people around you in today's time, when people around you who next to you won't support you but support somebody else 1,000 miles away they never met?
I mean, to me,
as an artist though,
I think that's what I'm gonna give it to you. Like as an artist, like to me, I mean, I look at that. I like, well, these people actually know me. So if I said, I was hustling on this con or this block, or if I fuck this, this lady or this chick or whatever, however you want to term it. You know what I'm saying? If I say I bribed or if I did this or I did that, and
big facts.
It was facts. How the fuck you not embracing the facts? You see what I'm saying? So that leads me to believe is either one thing. There's nothing wrong with my craft. It might be just something wrong with them. Sometimes it's all about the belief system. You see what I'm saying? And I could put it better, because Kevin Gates, I like to use this analogy. Kevin Gates put it in a nice form, the way he approached it. He said, I had to make him believe. You see what I'm saying? And then when he got on, I witnessed people. I was in jail, and I witnessed people didn't like Kevin Gates. Like literally didn't like him at all. Period. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm still saying, man, dude gonna make it because he different. Like from Baton Rouge, where he was at, they was on Boosie. So, and I'm like, man, I understand, Boosie, but Kevin Gates better lyrically. Yeah, Boosie have a more real approach to it, because he's heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates, he heartfelt, but...
Shout out to the label.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates, he heartfelt, but it's like, with them, he pushing it on an intellectual type level. You know what I'm saying? And it was something different. And he seen what they needed, something different. So I'm telling people, man, dude, I rooted for him before he blew. And I see what he was like, like when he dropped the Eastland, he said, make him believe, I made him believe. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? A lyrical songwriter, and he could sing. You know what I'm saying? He told you, I had to make him believe first. They didn't want to believe in me. You feel what I'm saying? He said, first look, it was all laughter. Kevin Gates, no small matter. And those lines, just those bars he put together, told you about the struggle of an artist coming from the grind on up and actually making the people around them believe. See, my close cousin, you know what she told me? She like, man, the trip about it is? She like, man, you really a rapper. She said, no, I see you as a rapper. I'm looking at you like Jay-Z or Puff Daddy. She like, it's fucking me up because I'm looking at you like this. You see what I'm saying? And for her to say that was something to me too. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't just, I know how, my cousin, she just real. She just uncut, raw.
No filter.
No filter.
Everybody got one.
Yeah, she had no filter. She no filter.
Like
you know?
that auntie, no filter. They gonna tell you what it is. They don't give a fuck how you feel.
Fuck your feelings, man.
Ain't no feelings. I'll just let you know how I feel. Whatever on my mind.
It's just what it is. Yeah, she's spitting it. You know what I'm saying? She come in this motherfucker, she gonna spit some shit. You be like, man, hold up. She on some other shit. You know, that's just what she be on. But from her giving it to just that rawness. You feel what I'm saying? That's the beauty of going to the comic folk. And I call comic folk because the comic folk give you the rawness. You feel what I'm saying? Versus like when niggas be in high places, you got so much fake shit going on.
This is true.
And right now, what you got going on in the industry is the real versus the fake. You feel what I'm saying? It's the real versus the fake. It is what it is. This is what it is. Because, when you look at the battle between Kanye West and 50 Cent, and you look at the battle between, you know, Meek Mill and Drake, and, you know, Drake and Push, them two different elements in life, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, which is in the street culture, we would call what Drake do is fake, and then in the culture that we come in, you know what I'm saying? We'll side with Push if we looked at it from a street perspective. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Once you narrow it down, you break it all the way down, you rip it apart, you take the veil off, and you get to reality, look at the situation like right there, that's what we up against. So that's how we got to approach this music based upon who we dealing with. It's like, this is my audience, if I'm going to go with the struggle audience, or I'm going to go with this audience. Who I'm going with. Who I'm siding with. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with the fake side, I'm going to go with the real side. Who I'm siding with. You know what I'm saying? That determines what kind of artist you're going to be. But not to veer off the question, what you're saying about, you know, like the people that's next to me, it was like, well, damn, you know, I love y'all, but it's either got to be some kind of envious thing going on, some jealousy or some hatred going on, or it's just the fact that you just don't believe. And it's like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about that because, you know, I understand the world like this. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a world with just all dark. You feel what I'm saying? And it's filled with nothing but dots, red dots, and you have green dots. I'm a green dot, you're a green dot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, let's say Cali a green dot, let's say Cool Dre green dots. But between them trees of red dots, the green dots got to find their way to each other.
To connect.
And that's just like the fan base. That energy just got to find each other. That frequency, that same channel. And once you find that channel, that frequency that moves for you, you know, that vibration that moves from you, you move it back to you. Don't worry about what the other people say. You know, that's how I feel about that.
That's one thing that you definitely have to do in today's time because people they would damn near try to trick you out your position with the things they do that make you second guess yourself, and you should never second guess yourself or your craft because you know what you did to get here, and you know what you did was real. So you can never get caught up in it. And I tell artists this because it was a time where we went through this the same as well, where they'll all look at you and not acknowledge it, know what's going on and not acknowledge it.
Exactly.
But then if something blow up, and when that time hit and you everywhere, everyone's your friend, they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You get all of the lost soldiers, all the lost cousins,
Yeah,
all the adopted aunties, everybody, nephew, friend, brother, best friend. That shit gonna happen. But you have, as an artist, you able to decipher between it.
Yeah.
That's why I say you're good, you're fine. Mentally is that, you're fine.
Who the hell is God? Sacrificing your soul, dying to be alive, digging yourself a hole, treasures buried inside, stone form in the sky, eagle loses his eye, man loses his tongue, God's beating the drum. When the sun dies, the moon comes to life. When the sky cries, heaven receives another life. Ain't no bargaining with life, we all gon' pay the price. When the sun dies, the moon comes to life.
How do you feel about artists in the clout chasing per se nowadays?
All right, that's a good, interesting topic right there.
Because God, hold on. R.I.P. XXX Extension. We lost XXX this week. It's a sad way. They say it was a robbery. They say it was. You don't know if it was somebody set him up. You don't know if it was somebody watched him. He loved by millions of fans. But also you have people who say he was clout chasing. You have people who say he spoke up his own death. And it's videos of him doing that. Like it's different things. It's different. You never know the correct. We don't know the answer. But how do you feel about the clout chasing and artists who do that to get recognition?
Me personally, I think it's weak. You know, I think it's weak. I think it's weak because, I know in this new age, you gotta understand, like, you know, I read a book, it was called The 48 Laws of Power. Mm-hmm. And they say court attention at all costs. I agree to disagree with that. You see what I'm saying? Because, I come from a street culture, so if you clout chasing or you call trolling or clout chasing and you do a certain thing, like, you know, that could bring death to you. You see what I'm saying? Because if you say, well, damn, guy used to clout chase, that could, he trolling people, that could have been something from something else. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, it's like the karma situation. It's like, you know what I'm saying, what you do, just like they say about people, you know, voicing things into existence or speaking things into existence. You know, those concepts, I do, you know, I embrace those concepts. You see what I'm saying? So I believe in, I can speak something, it's just energy. It's pulling it back. It's the law of attraction. You're attracting what you putting out. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever you put out, you attract it to yourself. So the truth of the matter is, we don't know what happened with homie, but at the same time, you know, it's like, well, damn, he spoke this into existence. And most times, in my opinion of somebody speaking it like the way he was speaking it, because I seen the videos. You know, I've been in the streets and I've been under fire to where, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you feel the feeling of death around you, and this coming from just being, you know, dealing with guns and being in the hood, in the urban community, when you feel that feeling of death around you, you start talking about it so much. You know what I'm saying? You feel it, so you like, man, yeah, if somebody killed me, you might just jump into rants like that, because that feeling of death is in the air. Like, the energy is out. You see what I'm saying? The energy is out there, so you feeling it, the vibration, so it's getting spoke upon. So it's something that he could have seen or noticed, because when you're in beef with somebody, you know it's coming. Especially if you know somebody who really coming. So you know it's coming. So by you knowing it's coming, you're always in that mode like, man, shit, if I die today tomorrow, I'm not tripping, because a person who's on that level got to constantly tell himself that. And it's either you're going to die like a martyr, like when Jesus died, or Muhammad, and died for what you believed in. You can die like a coward. You could die as a man of honor. Or you could die as a warrior. It's all kind of ways to die. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely. So, your approach of it is like, well, damn, if I'm saying this, what am I telling myself? I'm telling myself I'm just going to sacrifice myself, I'm going to die in that instance of sacrifice, or if I'm just going to war it out behind what it is. So I die in an honorable state. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But that choice is surely upon that person, that individual. You feel what I'm saying? What you willing to die for? You know what I'm saying? Because we all going to die, but what you willing to die for? I'm not worried about dying. I'm not afraid. I just posted it on my Twitter. I'm not afraid to die. Because, to fear man is to disrespect God. And I understand, like, you know what, right? Yeah, I die. It's energy. It's transferable. I go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what it is. Nobody has died and came back and told me, look, this is what it looked like. Nobody can't do that. No matter what religion you got, I understand it's a belief. That's a belief system. So no matter what religion you got, not shunning your religion, not saying this, that, and the third. So whatever you believe in, I embrace what you believe in. And what I mean by that, meaning, I like to keep the peace. If that brings you peace, so be it. I'm not going to try to, the Christian's bad or the Muslim bad. I'm not going to do that. Whatever brings you peace, that's what brings you peace, and I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to meet you. If you are Islamic, I'm going to meet you there. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? You deal with, Hinduism, you study the Bhagavad Gita, I'm going to meet you there. You deal with Buddha, Confucius, whatever you deal with, I'm going to meet you in that department, and we're going to build like that. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to stray off like the clout chase. It's like, clout chase is just a dangerous game you're playing when you're trying to clout chase. Now, don't get confused like when certain people trying to network, because you have to make your fans believe. So, like say, I want to take a picture with this artist. I'm connecting with the industry. We have Instagram, so social media world. I want my fans to see that I'm moving. I'm making these connections. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I can keep certain stuff, revealed, but certain people, it's hard for people to believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the thing about artistry, you have to believe in yourself first. You have to believe that you're an artist first in order to become an artist. You'll never be able to be an artist if you don't believe that you're an artist. From the gate. You feel what I'm saying? And it starts with you as an individual. You feel what I'm saying? So, don't confuse the tactics, the strategic ways people, take their campaign and maneuver themselves up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? To get into the game from clout chasing. Because people gotta differentiate, what I'm saying, decipher which one is which. Because they got clout chasing and they got, you just trying to get on and pursue your career, and you see what I'm saying? That's totally two different things. Now, I'm not saying that when they clouting, they ain't trying to chase the career, because they looking for instant gratification. That's all that is. They trying to do it, but it's ways to do that. You know what I'm saying? People are blackball you out of circle. You just don't know that clout chasing will get you blackballed. You know what I'm saying? So, it's your choice. I mean, you want to clout chase, get blackballed, you'll not be able to get in the game. You just, unless you just build a following, it's just undeniable. You understand? And you have to understand they have machines behind people. You feel what I'm saying? This game that we in, a lot of people make a lot of money off artists who independent. Because the independent game is like with them, the promise to put you in a certain place. I can make a lot of money off promises, off empty promises, or wishful thinkers. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely. That's the game. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I can bank off a wishful thinker. because I could put him in. I could create that mirage. You feel what I'm saying? I could create that falsified picture that smokes and screams, and this is what it's gonna be right here. You feel what I'm saying? When I'm knowing that you need a machine to actually push this shit to the next level. You can't find your way to get inside the system with a machine that you ain't gonna get pushed like that. You see what I'm saying?
See, I'm glad you said that. A lot of artists don't realize, even when you're independent, you can do things to put yourselves in positions to win without clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
You can do things that actually, and you can meet people, you can make relationships, you can actually let your work speak for itself. You don't have to clout chase, and a lot of people don't understand that right now. And it's like it's sorry. It's a sorry time. It's like a sad time, damn near, because people are more to do antics and tactics more than music.
Exactly.
And it's hurting it.
That's the problem. See, people don't understand business. It's literacy. See, the key problem in this game right now, what's going on, is literacy. People don't understand the game. They don't understand the difference between a publicist and a publisher. Them two things right there that you need to know as an artist. You see what I'm saying? Because a publisher is going to put you in the places that you need to be at so you can get that clout that you was chasing. You know what I'm saying? The publisher is going to put you in a place where you can get that bag so you can get that clout you was chasing. See what I'm saying? But that's the real shit. You know?
They don't do that anymore.
You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit.
It's Instagram now.
It's just Instagram. They don't realize it's business. You see what I'm saying?
A nigga feel like he'd rather go on Instagram and stunt with all the money that he got to put back up, or either he'd rather go do something crazy, or fuck up a store or something, or go to jail, or damn near get locked up, or start beef just for 150 followers,
right,
1,000 followers. But at the same time, that beef can end your life.
In your life.
And with this last situation, I can honestly say I sat down with XXX on multiple occasions and talked to him. And that's never what he wanted. He always wanted to change the world. He wanted to talk about depression. I can say he was active, as far as streetwise, but he had the heart and the mindset. He's been sitting down long enough to realize the bigger pictures of life, and he understood that. So he had wisdom. He had
tune.
He had.
You listen to one interview and know that the guy was in tune.
He was wide.
He was weird. He was
trying to wake everybody else up, and that's one thing that hurt us down in South Florida. Because now it's like, you willing to take away something. A lot of people, even artists, another thing I tell artists is, one thing as an artist, you have to realize something. As you said earlier, you're an instrument, you're a tool. Being an instrument, being a tool, right now you're on the forefront. Mm-hmm. All people understand is what they see on Instagram.
Exactly.
So a person to be quick to take something from you if they're envious or jealous or feel like you shouldn't be in that position.
I'm going to say this. I got to say this.
Let's take a walk. Come on, let's go ahead to the patio.
The lioness king takes a king to crown a dove. Selassie's ghost playing host with Rasta love. Africa's close, gotta know it's in the blood. The bloodiest dance, blood steps and bloody mud. Born the land, let's expand and spread the love. We reason with smoke when we tote. It's not a drug, but a spiritual lift. It's a gift from up above. No smoke to your head, to your soul, fill up with love.
Like I told you, I studied religion. It's a saying, they say, man, you know when a genius is in a building because all the nuts in the Confederacy against it.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
You know when a genius is in the building because all the dunce is in Confederacy against it. And that simply means that, the stupid people, they gather together, they configure together to destroy that one person. You see that in history, from Gandhi to, Jesus, Muhammad. Everybody who came with a spoken word, like we say, try to wake people up. Everybody who came, everybody who came with a spoken word, they was destroyed because of the spoken words. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention, just read through it and you're like, well, damn, they're against him because he was bringing something that wasn't supposed to be there. Or they seen fit that wasn't supposed to be there.
But they didn't like it.
He said they didn't like it.
People are afraid to change.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're like, damn. All right. This ain't the norm. If you notice, people always fight against, the abnormal, but the abnormal is the normal. You see what I'm saying? So normal is not normal. You see what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like, people really don't understand that. Like, that's just, not looking at it, that's crazy because, my norm, which is righteous and right and wrong and the moral compass, the filter that we got inside of us, you know, it was like, well, damn, I know right from wrong. And the person telling me right from wrong, and we know one thing, you know, the demons don't like you talking about right.
You don't want to see
when everybody doing wrong. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, like I see, like, you know, I had a verse, I got a song called Raise Hell. And when I see, I was speaking out to you, I said the industry's nightmare. Darken the lights here, the passion that Christ feared. Hitler with gold spears, knife to your soul's peers. Hip-hop is God's care, shedding the Lord's tears, blade from a slave's ear. I'm Michael Tyson, I'm biting, cutting them, slice them and dice them. Lamar's just a mirror, broken out in his place. You know what I'm saying? Ashes from Tupac, Biggie sculpted the vase. Marley's blazing the blood, we're sucking it to the face. Love juggles the hate, they worship the ancient snake. Slithering over beats, Jew and the monster Drake, he's calling his baby blue. Give us a red alert, they party with green guys, the devil lifts his skirt. See what I'm saying? Better to flirt with God, knees touching the dirt, the devil saying a prayer. Truth captures the hurt. Who captures your work? Chapters buried in dirt. Soul buried in flame, you should have put God first. And that's just...
What project is that?
That's on Broken Images.
Broken Images, let them know.
Yeah, and that right there, you know, it lets you know, like, you know what I'm saying? The game that we in, because you know, the green guys that we talk about a lot and all the things that we do are actually in, you know what I'm saying, in that spiritual realm or in the realm of self-righteousness and righteousness is wrong. Homer was crossing over to a different realm because he was talking about self-righteous things, self-righteous teachings. And if you telling that to a whole bunch of devils, what you think the devil's gonna do?
He's gonna get rid of you.
He's gonna get rid of you.
Too many.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just to let you know, like, you know, like, I mean, it's obvious. History repeats itself. It might not be, you know, like he might not be the great messenger of that time, or you know, but for his people, who his audience, you know, a prophet was sent to every audience. You know what I'm saying? A messenger was sent to a certain audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that messenger for the audience that, you know, they just, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? You do the math. You know what I'm saying? This shit just ain't nothing but mathematics. Supreme mathematics, you do the math. That's just what it is. You know,
That's definitely something that people have to realize and to wake up on and pay attention to more. Is when people are awake and they're trying to wake up everybody else in more situations in life and what's going on. What do you want to get done as far as what do you want to reach out to? Knowing that you want to reach out to the struggle, what do you want them to understand? What's the message you're trying to basically get across to your crowd to let them understand that they'll be receiving from you as an artist?
see, me as an artist, like, you know, I got this thing, like, you know, Beyonce got the Beehive, right? You feel what I'm saying? Lady Gaga, you know, she had. Taylor Swift got the Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Gaga got the Little Monsters. You feel what I'm saying? I got the Heartfelt Empire. See, the thing, what I'm dealing with is sincerity and truth. You know, I stand on truth. So, you know, like, you know, I've been through a lot of, you know, struggle. So, I deal with reality. I'm a realist.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So, a lot of, what we got going on here is a lot of escapism. You know, people use, you know, drugs, use Bibles, use a lot of things to escape the reality instead of embracing the reality. You feel what I'm saying? In order to receive a level of enlightenment and to achieve greater levels and to move beyond levels, you have to embrace reality, something that's in front of you, the thing that you see. What is reality? You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
The actual, the factual, the tangible. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual. All this is reality. So what I'm giving you is a Heartfelt Empire. I want you to live in truth. That's all it is. You feel what I'm saying? Who don't want to live in truth? Because if I told you, I said, man, what you want me to tell you, a lie or truth? We got people saying, I mean, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie every day. You know what I'm saying?
They do. You can change it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can change the number. Numbers can lie. But this the thing. It's all burdened around truth. When you look at life, you look at the truth. Everybody want to get to the truth. They want to figure out what the truth is. You go to court. What's the truth? They debating about what's going on. Oh man, a scandal going in the news. Man, what really happened? You feel what I'm saying? Every aspect of your life, you got somebody lying and you got somebody trying to get to the truth. See what I'm saying? So over here, we bring to the table is number truth. You stand on truth, you live on truth. That's just what it is. We ain't doing no lying. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I want you to approach. So when I give you my reality, I give you life, I help you. You know, I'm sort of like a lyrical therapist. Because I just help people with the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have people just don't understand their world and they can't explain it because they don't have the words to explain it. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to give you that truth. So when you live in a lie or you don't know what the lie is or you try to figure something out, you come to me and I help you figure it out.
And I'm going to put it in
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to put it
I'm gonna put it there for you.
I'm going to let you understand it.
I'm going to let you understand it. Now, make no mistake. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? It's good vibrations. You know what I'm saying? You know, we like to party. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, it's all heartfelt. It's all simple. We like to enjoy ourselves. You know, we've been on the rough side of life. We've been on the up, downs, upside down, all parts of life. We done lived in every part of life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, life got different levels to it. We done been in every part of it. So it's like, this was going on, let's get it on.
We're going to embrace it.
We're going to embrace it all.
We're going to rock with you today.
We're going to rock with you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely one thing I can say since the beginning, since I met you. When I first met you, before any of this, before we even had an interview, we had a conversation of our own. We sat there and talked. When we sat there, we had a conversation. We went back and forth, and you even put me onto a book. The Seed of the Soul.
The Seed of the Soul.
And I always appreciate you for that. You put me onto that. And that's the thing, we had a conversation and I understood you from there. And I told you, I said, bro, a lot of times people don't understand things because people are afraid to approach things and say, hey, this is me, who are you, what can we do to help each other win? Hey, I'm here trying to figure out what's going on in life. I don't mean no harm, I'm just trying to do the right thing. What can we do? A lot of people have too much pride as artists, and a lot of artists never put their pride and egos to the side and say, hey, you know what? Instead of me hating on everybody else, let me go talk to somebody and figure out what's going on. Let me go out here and put my best foot forward and let somebody know I'm going to do the right thing and I'm trying to make something happen. A lot of people won't do that. You as an artist, you have to set a light for people to see that. And I see that you have definitely took the beginning journey to that, and now that you're on that journey, like you say, you want people to understand that they're going to stand on truth and they're going to get the truth from you. What are you going to bring to the game as far as never letting the game change you? Because once you're in it, there's a lot of shit go on and there's a lot of shit going around you. And you have to stay true to yourself.
See, this is the thing about me. I grew up I was in a prison, right? A lot of guys was ignorant. They dealing with, you got dudes dealing with homosexuals, you got dudes playing dice, gambling. There's all kind of shit that's going on that resembles the world. But me, I'm in a Buddha-like state because I'm zoning. I'm in these books. I'm studying for the future. I'm moving forward. I'm building a career. I'm sculpting my craft. I'm in there with the chisel. You feel what I'm saying? That, in that box, the isolation that I had in there, it's the same way I'm out here. I'm in the same factor because there's a lot of things I could be doing right now. I could go back to the streets. I could go selling drugs. I could do a lot of different things that I choose not to do. Because that voice that's inside of me, you feel what I'm saying? The whispers, I call it the whispers. The whispers, they ain't whispering no more. They screaming now. You feel what I'm saying? So since they yelling at me, it's like, well, damn, I know not to do it. So I'm so in tune to the point, I'm awoke right now. I'm chakras open, third eye open. I'm so awoke to the point where, even if I get in the game, I know they're going to have certain things come at me. It's going to come at me. And I know I'm going to deal with it from there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to deal with it from there. Like I told you, that is the one thing I'm not fearing, so I'm not worried about that. That's the only thing you can try to bring to my table and say, man, this one to get me. Well, that's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not tripping, so outside of that, it's like we gonna just go and get this bread. Y'all can either get this bread over here, or what I'm gonna do, the effect that I got going on right now, is just, I'm giving it to you. So I'm gonna teach a whole generation. They already been taught, it's already there, it's already on display. You feel what I'm saying? I'm teaching the whole generation. I'm shifting culture right now. You know what I'm saying? Every move I make is powerful. The moves that you make are powerful. The things you say are powerful. You shift culture through your words and actions. Movement start with movement. I've been saying that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what we doing over here. So when I get inside the game, it's like, I can't, that's just what it is. Like, I'm going to stay true to me. But like I said, I'm so versatile. We can get over here. You can believe this one thing and it just is what it is. You can believe what you want to believe. We gonna just, you know what I'm saying?
I'm here with you.
We gonna slide through. You know what I'm saying? We gonna slide. Let's go. Let's go. Let's slide. We gonna slide. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. What can people expect from you in the future?
I mean,
what upcoming projects and who do you want to work with? Who inspires you and who do you want to work with? First off, that's another thing I want to know. Who inspires you? Who inspires you to make music? What we know that life inspires you. Some of the things you go through, we know that drives. What are some of the people that inspire you? Who are some of the people you can say, you know what, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? He got me through a time. I fuck with that. I appreciate that what he did. What's some of the things that drive him?
See, I'm a student of the game, and I say this, man. I'm a real student of the game. Like, I really love music to the point where it's like it ain't just hip hop.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
it ain't just hip hop. It's like, you know, I got you know what I'm saying. My daddy he's Jamaican, so you know I got a lot of Ray Dennis Brown, Yellow Kid Wells. You know what I'm saying? I got you know what I'm saying? Like you know, not just Barley. I'm talking about the dreads.
The real dreads.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dread, like the dreads got me. I'm on a whole nother level. Like you know what I'm saying? The roster way. I mean, you know, I got some. You know what I'm saying? I got like. Motherfucking, Tool, A Perfect Circle, like, you know what I'm saying? Rage Against the Machine, like, I got some shit in my head, like, I got history in my head. I got like art, I can dig in the archive, I can dig in the crates. We go to hip hop. I got, Talib Kweli, I got Mos Def, I got, you feel what I'm saying? I got Nas, I got Jig. I grew up on a lot of shit. I got Pac, I got Soulja Slim. You know what I'm saying? Even Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're in Miami, I still gotta give it to Trick Daddy because when I heard Trick, it was like, you know what I'm saying? America. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That street gospel.
Like real talk. Like, I like real rap, be honest with you. Like, I really like real rap. I like the real shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying I like commercialized music too. Ain't all hard. I like commercialized music too. Don't get me wrong, huh?
Each his own. I'm real rap. I like the other good. I don't want the other shit.
Yeah, but I like the real raw. Like I like the real raw crack, dope, coke.
I like that.
That's what I like.
I like that.
I understand. I love it.
Real
you know what I'm saying? So I want to hear shit that
rap.
relate to me because that's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? When I'm hearing somebody, painting a picture of the environment that I grew up in, and I'm hearing it, and it's like that to overcome. Let me talk about this here. We talk about triumph. Pay attention. I'm gonna give a nigga a formula to make a hit. Make some shit that deals with triumph. Because in everyday life,
that's a gym.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm giving you a code with a gym. In everyday life, somebody's always overcoming something. You feel what I'm saying? Pay attention now. Somebody always overcoming something. That's why, pay attention. Start from the bottom over here. Just live your life. I can go on and on. I can really break it all the way down, bring you all the way back to where, back then they didn't mom and now I'm hot. It's triumph. In all those songs, they have triumph in it. I overcame. Resilience. Perseverance. Those are gems. If you want to make a hit, that's how you tap into the world feeling things. Because everybody's going through that. And everybody got to triumph over something. Even if you go to school and you taking a test, you trying to triumph over a motherfucker. You want to take the driver's test. You feel what I'm saying? You want that raise. You trying to triumph over your boss and try to get the, you know what I'm saying?
Overcome something every day.
You trying to overcome something every day. And that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like real talk. So, that's my man with this shit, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I'm bad with this shit.
A lot of people don't like real trap music. Trap music, like real gutter music, like you say,
like raw music.
Raw street shit is what it's at.
That's the raw. Let me tell you something. The raw shit is coming from the soul. See the difference. Let me tell you. R&B, I gotta talk about R&B, like the oldie but goodies. That we used to call it. We call it the oldie but goodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like the Temptations and you know what I'm saying, Hal Melvin and the Blue Note and shit. Like my mama, like when I was young, I never had a birthday with my mom. Every time I had a birthday coming up, my mom was gonna ask me, what you want to party? I told her no, go give me a record player. Don't give me a CD player. It was a tape deck and then the CD players and then after a while she was like, fuck, I'm just gonna go give me a big old, she gave me a big old stereo with the scratch and gave me Buku vinyl and shit. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, like I got Buku vinyl and I'm going to the store with my mom and I'm picking out old school music and she like, man, I'm on some other shit. I'm in the lab, I'm a scientist. You feel what I'm saying? And the shit just calling me, ain't got nothing to do with the shit just calling me, like I can't turn the shit off. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I go back to the soul music when I see this and I see the rap. See that street shit be soulful music. It be heartfelt, it be real, it be honest music. See Drake, I'm a great Draker. Drake got him because he honest. honesty in this music. And
So pure.
see, it's just the honesty. He ain't a real nigga, but as far as when it comes to that real nigga music, but that honesty in his music is just like the real niggas. You see what I'm saying? Because they honest.
You can't discredit for it. He's so honest.
He honest. Like, well, fuck, man, this is that bitch real. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, even a real nigga be like, hold up, fuck, he said some shit that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is like that honesty. The honesty is everything. Sincerity is everything. See, because when you stand on, you know, sincerity and truth and shit like that, and go back to Harvey Empire Music, you know, my label. You know what I'm saying? And when you stand on shit like that, it's like, man, how could you deny it? Because at the end of the day, you still gotta come here. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta come here.
You gotta come in.
And we honest over here. We ain't lying. Like, when everybody just fucked you up and hit you with all that Wichita shit and hit you with this move and that move and that move, and then, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come right around and be like, man, fuck, son, what really happened? All right. And I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you.
I came up on, I would say, I grew up listening to, I listen to a lot of trap music, like real trap music. That's why I picked the name DJ TrapHouse. I would say T.I. trap music, I'm serious. Fucking Urban Legend, Big Band, The Snowman.
Right.
Back to these albums I'm listening to, like, niggas with my brother, like, that's why I say, what would you say, like, what would you say the top 3 albums that you just heard, that you just like, or just 3 good albums where it was just like, man, this nigga, he said some shit that just, it rolled with you forever, because I know off them albums right now, I still can go bar for bar, verse for verse with niggas and tell them, like, just say some shit, and they'll look at me like, what you talking about? And I tell you, like, shit, that got me through life. I was a young nigga, but what he said, it stuck with me so much to where I understood it.
See, the albums that got me through, it was this guy in New Orleans named B.G. Derrick. And that shit was just, I don't know, man, this dude was like, it was just like, he was right here with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I fuck with Philly rap too. So it's like, you know, I like.
Fuck with me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I was on Meat with the Braids, we was battle rapping.
See the Young Gunners and
Chris
Beanie Siegel before he got knocked out, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like that shit right there. See Chris and Neef now?
Chris and Neef was something.
The Young Gunners, that was some shit, man. Welcome to the North of Death. My soul gone, but the voice is left. I talk to them every chance they get. Nigga never had the chance. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is more than music. You know what I'm saying? Time. I need some time. Time. All I need.
Let me go to a couple people here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some real shit going on. You know, the Bullets ain't got no name. Like, this is what I'm growing up in, so it's like,
man.
You know, y'all know Bullets ain't got no name. They ain't got no fucking name. So it's like,
Damn. Shout out to Chris and Neef.
Yeah, shout out to Chris and Neef, dudes. And y'all been in class with that motherfucker.
That was something. Them boys, that was something. That's dope. That's Chris and Neef. Got him back there, that's big.
Yeah, that was big.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys something else.
That was some hard shit. Y'all got a nigga through real life situation because who could I relate to when I got this pipe and I'm on this corner and I'm hustling, niggas swinging, you know what I'm saying? It's only so many people I can relate to. See, that's when I come across T.I. because they got the trap music. See, now you talking my language. Now you speaking my language because I like to take drugs and move them. Like me personally, like I never been a drug addict. Like when it comes to, you know, like doing coke or crack or something like that. You know, I smoked a lot of weed. I was like a young hippie. You feel what I'm saying? But
shout out to all the hippies.
Yeah, shout out to all the hippies. Like I was real like Stone before I knew Stone had a name. Before the culture was in, I was fucking with that like that. Like all day, every day, can't stop. Wake up to blunts, breath stinking. That's just what it was. You feel what I'm saying?
Love life.
So, you know, when I heard that tip shit, like, you know, like when I'm just doing my job and
Jesus.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that right there.
Hey man, I'm just doing my job.
See, I'm just doing my job like that right there.
Don't be mad at me.
That shit like that was like made my soul cry because it's like, man, finally I have somebody explaining to people like, bitch, why y'all calling the police on us? Man, nigga, I ain't fucking with y'all. Like I'm the type of dude, I used to help the neighbors get their, you know what I'm saying? Help the neighbors like get their, you want something and so you want to tell on me, you know what I'm saying?
Making sure you straight.
Yeah, but you straight, you good. Yeah. I'm that type of guy. I'm like, you know, if you're a hustler.
Corner store tickets, I got you.
What you want, man?
I got you.
What you want?
Bro, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm green ass people.
Like, I'm that type of hustler. Like, what you want? Excuse me, man. You straight? You good? You need a bill or something? Y'all good, man? Y'all good over here? Oh man, I got these weed. Oh man, you smoke? Oh man, take this. You know, I'm just giving you shit because it's like, you know, I'm spreading the well because like, man, I don't need you to tell on me.
I don't want you to fuck me up.
I don't want you to. I'm just doing my job. I'm out this bitch trying to survive.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing my job.
Don't mind me. And until he explained it well, I like how the fuck he explained that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like real talk.
That was classic.
Like that was a classic fucking album. And it's so many albums, like it's hard to pick because you know that was Jay-Z, that was my blueprint album. You know, that was the blueprint album, and it was like Jay was just
shout out to Jay.
Jay was just giving it, man. Jay was giving it that around that time. I was man, Jay was just giving me life. That bitch Jay, man, I'm talking about, I never changed. It's Jay every day.
See, he talked too much on that. He was very much so one to lay out a whole foundation of life for hustlers, not only hustlers, but any street nigga. Jay told a story, and when he rapped, you understood it, and you seen it.
Jay had a conversation with you.
Every time.
Jay got conversational rap. Jay don't even rap. Jay conversate. You know how you do? Mom left me. Pop, I miss you. Eric fought me. Eric fought me. You know, he dressed me. You know, he made me tougher. I love you for that, my nigga. No matter. You know, he talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Jay talk to you. Jay don't. You know, Jay. I'ma slow this shit down. He used to rap fast, but I'ma slow this shit down and I'ma jump in the car with you when you ride and you're stretching and shit. And, you know, you trying to your girl talking shit. You know, like I got you. You know what I'm saying?
For a minute, I'm gonna help you for a minute.
You know, come take a walk with me, young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like
that's tough.
You know, walk with me. You know, like walk with me. You know what I'm saying? Conversation. And that's what I love about Jay. Like Jay set me down. Jay set me down and like, you know, like look, listen to me. You know, I need you to listen to this shit. This ain't no bullshit. Listen to this. You feel what I'm saying? He set a nigga down. Jay hit you with the sit down, like, man, excuse me, just pull up a chair. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Classic.
You gonna do it with your homies anyway. Take the shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna go to the corner and chill in the hood anyway with somebody and talk about it. You gonna let one of your partners know what happened. One of your folks gonna know, man, this shit fucking with me. This what happened today. So he kicked it off with you. I like that.
Right. I love the way, you know, Jay approached the situation. That's how he raised us. You know what I'm saying? Like homie said some shit like, you know, I could quote him. Like that's the shit I could quote. You feel what I'm saying? That's the shit I could quote. And then when it came to the lyricism, when I got into lyricism, I'm gonna keep it G like that way, cause you know I grew up on 8-ball MGG and shit like that. Like I grew up on, you know, I'm a student of the game. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when I say the game, like you know what I'm saying? Like you know, like I listen to all kind of rap. I'm talking about East Coast, down south. I'm a student, like Brad John, like you know what I'm saying? Like you know, I'm like, man, I'm music, like for real, like you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just say that shit because you know, it's like sound cliche, but I'm really music. I really know the game. I really could break this shit down. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, even when I was talking about 8-ball and JG, you know what I'm saying? They had to ask me, like, where you been at? Like, where you been at, man? Like, you talk like you've been here for years.
Like you've been hanging with us.
Yeah, that's like you've been hanging with us. You know what I'm saying? And that's how deep my history goes with hip-hop, because I love it, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is.
That's love.
Big Sean with a baphomet. Might have to spit his wrist. Might make them demons piss. Talking this holy shit. Sip from the holy grail. Movements of Taylor Swift. Yeezy gave up the gift. 50 gave us the curse. Don't know what's on the worst. Like when the baby curse. Like in the broken dreams. Innocence leave them first. It's like the child was raped. Rudy was not the first. I'm thinking Michael Jackson. The priest was puffing perp. Sierra's in the future.
You see the beauty of just the beauty of it. You see how you say it, you know, you're from Atlanta and you know, you listen to the tip and that tip is changing your whole lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it was at a point where it didn't matter what motherfucker was from. It was like, man, this shit was music, you know, I'm picking that bitch up.
I'm going
and I'm about to see what's going on. I like Big Crit. I remember Big Crit came out and I was just like, you know, I had my old lady, she ain't there, she like to listen to some all kind of other shit. And I got the Big Crit on. She's like, what is that? And I'm like, yeah, just check it out. Listen to him. Like, you gotta, you know, because, you know, she young and like, man, just listen to him. Like, just hear him out.
Let him go.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, let him go. I just picked this up because that's just me. You know, I'm known for having crates full of fucking CDs and just all the strength, just cuz. Let me hear what he talking about, man. I just want to hear what the nigga talking about. Let me see what he talking about. Let me see how he approaching this shit. Because I love that all form of music. I love music, period. I love every form, fashion of music. You know, like I just like. So I just love to hear something new. You know, I love to hear something that's gonna fucked my head up. Like, ooh, it's nice. Like a Kendrick Lamar verse, a J. Cole pushing this bitch a certain kind of way. Just hearing some shit that's gonna be like, ooh.
Those were classic.
You know what I'm saying?
The last person who changed my life like that, I can say it sounds so, like I say, normal. Wiz came out. Wiz and Spitter and that whole era of smoking.
I love Currency.
I was fresh in the game. Think about it, bro. I sold a little weed, but I ain't have to never really sell weed like that because I was always playing ball. So I was always blessed. My brother and they all did all that. So I wasn't even. I was the youngest of 5 boys, so I ain't really have to. I got caught with the back end of the fuck shit.
Right.
I ain't really have to. I'm good. So I ain't even want to run with them. I wanted to run away from them. So niggas knew I could hold my own weight. I ain't want to be accountable for y'all. So I got into the whole smoking and ran in wisdom, and it was over from there. That whole culture, I embraced it, and it's just I've been with it since.
Right.
And now I can say I live with it. Nigga, I'm still signed up to where I'm a fan of music. I get the nigga fan packages. I get the fucking Taylor game messages in my email.
Yeah.
About the shows.
You a fan?
Yeah. I still get updates, day-to-day notifications, bro. Some people won't do that. Certain people won't do that. I'm still a fan. I follow a nigga. I tell a nigga I'm a fan.
It's okay to be a fan. Like
some people
all
won't do
that
that.
hard shit, real shit, and all this. A real nigga gonna tell you if you're a fan of your music.
That's what I thought.
That's
it was,
what real
bro.
niggas do.
That's what I thought it was, but apparently it's not.
That's what real niggas do. If you can't tell a nigga that you're a fan of music, you're fake. Don't secretly be a fan. Be a fan in the open. Let's give the nigga their roses before he die. Same shit with Tank when the motherfuckers died, BTY, nigga died, everybody talking about this, that, all the blogs and shit. No, man, that nigga know right now, man. Give me roses. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, he ain't even saying I'm a fan. I let niggas know out the gate. And see, Spitter and Wiz, well, I think I relate to him because, like I told you, like I was like that stoner type motherfucker. I was that, you feel what I'm saying? And when I see him, it's like, damn, that's me right there, smoking all day. You know what I'm saying? Right. Bitches, weed. Bitches, weed, money. It's like them elements mixed together. They got the elements that I love. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is.
It was beautiful. The man coached us. Just like you say, the music, like you say, certain songs and certain artists can tell you how to live, and they show you a code of how you want to live, and show you the story of what you want, or paint that picture for you.
Right,
exactly. Just listening to them, it showed me. That's how I smoke everywhere in public.
That's all you do.
I'm gonna fuck every bad bitch that I want in life. I know exactly what I want, and they can never tell me what I can't do. I can do anything I want. I made it off burning road. I made it off the fucking over the building. Like it's certain songs, bro. But what do you have in the future that's gonna come out with people? What new albums you working on? What new projects, and who you want to work with?
All right, I got the Murder He Wrote, right? The Murder He Wrote, H-E-E. The reason why I say that because like when a lot of dudes jump in a bootleg, blah 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 blah, they piece of the balls. Nothing wrong with it, that's the way you want to do it all. But me, I'm a pen type guy. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I like to get it. So Murder He Wrote, like I worked this shit. So I'm murdering that idea of you can't get in there with this pen and make this bitch classical. You feel what I'm saying? So, I got a few features on there. I got, I got Trez from California on there. You know what I'm saying? I got TF. I got Young Greatness. Got BTY on that unreleased track. I got I got a slew. Now, I don't give you all. I can't give you everything, but you know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of features on there. That's you know what I'm saying? They ain't high places, you know what I mean? But I really, it's not the fact that they're in high places, I just like those individuals. So I feature the motherfuckers who I actually like. I actually like their music. I don't want to just get you, that's more of a clout chasing thing. I actually like some, you know what I'm saying? I like, Kent Jones. I actually was in love with this song before I even got a chance to, you know what I'm saying? I'm in love with the idea of the song. It's like when I told you, I said, man, like, Barry White. That's what I told you when I first met you. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's nothing. I knew what was going on with it because I was in love with it. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's like, man, I like to work with a lot of, I like to work with Homer, Kim. I like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of artists in the game now I like to work with. I got to do it out of Philly. I got to say that Core. I love this dude, Core from Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kid Jones, shout out Core.
Shout out Core. Man, I mean, like I told you, I like the real, I like Dave East. I like Dave East. I really, really like Dave East. Like them motherfuckers right there, like them my first two out of the young rappers. You feel what I'm saying? And of course, I want ball with Nas. I want to get in there with Ross. I like the niggas with spitting. Like I really want to get in there with the Coles, and I want to get in there. I want bar.
You want bar fight?
I want bar fight like a motherfucker. I really want. I need who y'all hottest Kendrick. I'm dying to just verse for verse with Kendrick. I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I want to show niggas like this what skill is. Cause this is what I do. I write. Literally wrote. Like I fucks with this pen. You see what I'm saying? The pen is mighty and small, my lord. I really fuck with the pen. I ink that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like one of the kingpins of the ink pen. Like I really fuck with this pen. You feel what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So like real talk. So I really want niggas to know like, yeah, I get out with this pen. I make music too. Now we can do it, and we ain't gotta go on another pen on that. I make music. Don't get it confused. I ghost write. I can, you know what I'm saying? I phantom write. I do it all. You feel what I'm saying? Like, however y'all want to do this shit. I can get in there, a couple of concepts. I got so many different concepts. Don't get it twisted. I can come in there and I can ghost write for you. I can help you out. I can do all that. I'm good with ideas. I be making up shit for people. I ain't get a chance to talk yet. And I know it's hits. If I talk to you and I tell you this, you
gonna run
go. You go, boom. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm at with this shit. You see what I'm saying? So, that's how I'm approaching the game. Like, that's how I approach it. It's like, in women, I want to do something with a lot of women, man, and then they're like Tierra Whack. This is shit from Philly too. Tierra Whack, I want to do something with her.
Shout out Tierra Whack.
You know what I'm saying? I could do something with 7th Street. You know what I'm saying?
7th Street is dope.
I could do something with, I need like a Jill Scott. I need a
shout out Jill Scott, definitely.
3 Not T. You know what I'm saying? 3 Not T.
Deep, brother.
I like to jump on. Jump in there with 3 Not T. Currency. He actually said he was gonna get in there. So it's like, you feel what I'm saying?
Big up Spitter.
Shout out Spitter. Wiz. That'll be a lovely thing too.
Shout out Cap.
I got a lot of people, man. I got a long list, man. I love the game and I love what people do, and I'm a fan of music. So, my list gonna be longer than the average. You got certain things is just too hard. So they ain't gonna give you the people they really want to work with. Cool. But my list gonna be they too cool for this shit. My list gonna be a little longer than the average list because I'm a fan of music.
As it should be.
You know what I'm saying?
As it should be.
I'm a fan of music. So that's the difference. Don't take my. No, it's not just let myself out. I'm just a fan of fucking music. I really want to work. I want to create new energy. Let's get together and make new energy. That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's what it is. The last question you asked me what that was.
You asked
the future.
Yeah, this is what you're gonna work with.
Yeah.
You want to work with. But I see that you like the bar fest and all that. That brings me to another question if you really want to go there.
Good.
Because I like the bar fest. I like bar artists. I'm into that. I watch the smack battles. I watch all that little shit. I think so if you can put yourself on a verse and you put yourself in the middle of a song, and right now new school, give you 3 artists from the new school, 3 artists from the old school. I'm gonna give you 3 of mine so you can know exactly how I'm going with this. J.I.D. Kent Jones, Sci-Hi the Prince. Where you going in between that verse and the 3 verses?
All right. J.I.D. Kent Jones, Sci-Hi. I'm going after. I want the last verse. No matter of fact.
Ooh.
Yeah, give me the last verse. Fuck it, because it's like this is the last thing you're gonna hear before you leave this bitch. And I'm gonna need you to understand, like, this is what I do. You feel what I'm saying? Because once y'all, they already got their beats. Y'all already know that. Y'all gonna listen to them. Y'all gotta get to me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that. It's kind of like what Eminem did on a Forever track with Kanye and see how Eminem took the last verse because this about to be some serious shit. This is, real talk.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to go into what I do.
I like that.
This
now,
is what I do.
Old school.
Right.
Oh.
Who else?
I'm putting you in the shit.
Good.
Nas. Ooh. And I told you I like bars, bro. I'm really with this shit. Black Thought.
Ooh, that's that pressure. Ooh.
Where you going?
Ooh. Put me in between Nas and Jay. No, put me in between Nas and Black Thought. Put me right there in the middle, right there. I can hold him off. I got him from this, I got him from this. I'm not worried about Jay too much. Because Jay, the level I'm going there with, I got Black Thought and Nas to deal with. Jay, I got Jay. I can, you know what I'm saying? But see, I got Jay. Jay, I can hold Jay out. Jay ain't really, he ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
That's a tough fight.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna do his thing now because they on there. You gotta remember. See, everybody feeding off each other's energy. See, a good song is made based upon the individual you're in a boot with. So, I'm a feeder. I got Black Thought on here. I'm gonna have the hardest verse because you gotta understand what I'm up against. You see what I'm saying? I'm up against that. I have to prove something. They proven already.
This is true.
See what I'm saying? So by me having to prove something, I'm gonna ink the greatest verse I ever inked in my life. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Like real talk. I'm gonna ink the greatest verse I ever inked in my life because I'm here to prove. I gotta let these people know that, you know, you can place me here. But it's already proven to a certain extent because they put me here. So if I'm there, it's like, well, fuck. You know, he can't be just no anybody because they wouldn't just put him there. You feel what I'm saying?
We got one more.
All right, go ahead.
For the current class, so we can't skip them.
Yeah, we can't skip him. Go ahead.
You got Cole. You got Drake.
Okay.
You know you gotta put Kendrick.
Gotta put Kendrick.
You know you gotta put Kendrick.
Gotta put Kendrick in there.
Where you going?
You gotta throw a little bit faster on that bitch too. Fuck it.
Damn, see now, we can go cut it and we can just see we can
make
get
it real.
We can get real nasty.
Make it real. I'll make it real. I'm just saying.
We'll go yay on that.
I might throw you on that bitch.
No, we ain't gonna throw cut it, we gonna throw yay on that. We gonna go, I want honchos.
Put me in the middle. I'm gonna hold that bitch down. I got put me in the middle, man. I'm gonna say, cause it's like once you get to the middle, man, it's like man, you gonna determine whether you still wanna listen to the song, cause this bitch long. And once you get to the middle of that motherfucker, I got y'all. I will not let you down. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep listening to this bitch, you gonna wanna know. You know what I'm saying? You gonna wanna know. Put me in the middle, man.
I like that.
Like Malcolm. You hear me?
I like that. Put me dead smack in the middle of that hole, I'm gonna hold it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that bitch. I gotta transition it to the other people. I gotta hand the ball off, like, man, y'all got it. You feel what I'm saying?
4x4, I'm on the second. I got you. We ain't
Got
dropping
you.
nothing. We gonna make it done.
Yeah, we gonna make it done. Come on, let's go.
I like that. I appreciate you for coming by, stopping by, my brother.
Yeah, man, you know what it is.
It's always love.
Yeah, what it
You gotta
do.
definitely let the people know where they can follow you at, where they can see you at, social media. Shout out to the label. You already let them know new Murder He Wrote.
Yeah, Murder He Wrote.
Let them know
I
that.
got Murder He Wrote. I got the documentary coming too. You know what I'm saying? You know, I dropped the Broken Images album. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely. Shout out to Broken Images.
I got the documentary.
You
feel what I'm saying? Broken Images 2. So that was a book. It was a portrait. Well, no, Broken Images 3. That's the portrait book, and I got the documentary. It's the visual, so I give you sound, visual, and literature. You see what I'm saying? So I gave you 3 aspects of it.
I like that.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I approached it. So Broken Images, that was like a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole thing, like Harry Potter coming together with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was my Harry Potter effect. You hear me? So I come through. You know what I'm saying? So I write. You know, I got that. I got the Harvey Hustlers. You know, album about to drop. You feel what I'm saying? But before that, I'm gonna hit y'all with the little mixtapes, and I got the Jigga Money too. You feel what I'm saying? Her and me and Jigga Money. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of my young homies. You know what I'm saying? He got like 2 million streams plus. Like he buzzing, he young. You know what I'm saying? He really, you know what I'm saying? So me and him about to shout out to homie. Like we about to mash that together because we from the same hood. You know what I'm saying? You got the young and the old.
Oh yeah, don't even give them that.
You know what I'm saying?
You should drop that on their head top. You that little thing that.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So that, you know, that's what we got, man. What we got going on, man. The rest, we gonna just keep y'all blindfolded because, you know what I'm saying? We can't let y'all know everything. You know, everybody watching, they biting, they looking for the, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not tripping because I want you to be inspired by greatness.
Facts.
Don't get me wrong. Like I love to empower, but you gotta remember we in a business too, and I want you to be inspired by greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to inspire. I'm not here to, you know, conspire to do nothing wrong. I'm here to inspire. You know, greatness.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Just what it is.
I like that. Nah, my brother, I definitely appreciate you for coming through. I go by the name of Trap House. You already know. However, there's a team epidemic is the army. We the best been the mob. It ain't every day you get to smoke with a living goat, man. Gang.
Okay.
The struggle was given to us. God's grace. Pray for better days. We let love shed light on pain. Man's purpose is peerless, a purpose that feeds the soul. The gift is life, the cure is love. We struggle for life, but we dying to love. We live for greatness, we die for greatness. They selling hope, we selling truth. Birth is truth, death is truth. God is truth, guard your truth. Believe your truth, believe, 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 believe.
Yeah, it's all about the money, the drug, and the dream. Yeah, it's all about the hope and the loss and the dream. Yeah, it's all about respecting the building the name of. Living the hope that one day you give it a game of. Yeah, it's all about the money, the drug, and the dream. Yeah, it's all about the hope and the loss and the dream. Yeah, it's all about respecting the building the name of. Living the hope that one day you give it a game of. Yeah.
I was born in 1998, no C-section, it was Section 8, my grandmother's birthday, she done passed away, and I'm past what the past to say. You gotta drink my mother's tears to swallow fears, they hear a bastard pray. Caution was in the air, success was around the way. Envy was down the block, working it round the clock. Mama begged me to stop, I'm dying to make a pop. Success is a great escape, resilience is what it takes.